Hello, my brilliant friends. Thanks for joining me. I am Tristan Ahumada, your mentor for the next few minutes. I go back in real estate about 21 years, and not only do I love real estate, but I'm also a reader, and I want to talk to you about the 6 books you should be reading for 2025. Now, if I cough at all through this, it's because I have a cough. I'm getting over it. But let's get going. My claim to fame in real estate was purchasing online leads through Realtor.com for a really good period of time. I had the highest conversion rate in the nation for a long time. I brought the processes and the smart plans and the drips to the real estate world, created one of the largest communities for real estate agents where we give back freely so that agents can continue to grow. I worked with Facebook and Instagram and introduced them to the whole real estate world. Worked with them for 4 years, ran Success Magazine, and had a lot of other successes. But today, like I said, I want to get started with the books that you need to read. So let's go. Book number 1. I don't have to remind you why you have to read, right? I mean, let's read and stand on the shoulders of giants. Book number 1 for me. In this specific year of 2025 is Shift. And look, I've got the spiraled one, right? And yeah, it's got the tabs right here. I've got notes. I've read this. This will be my 3rd time I'm reading it this year. I'm scheduled to read this throughout the year. Now, if I'm going to go to a specific section of this book is really tactic number 2 that specifically says, it starts off by saying remargin your business expense management. I can't tell you how important that is in a shifting market where in our world it doesn't seem to be getting any better, where we have about 4 million transactions year over year, where guess what? It looks like it's going to be the same this year. Understand the market cycles, pick up the book, focus on mindset. Can't recommend this enough. This is why, for me, it's number 1. Number 2. Now, you're probably going to be like, Tristan, that's no fair. I'm like, yeah, well, look, it's my YouTube channel. It's my book, Real Estate Prospecting, book number 2. The reason I put it as number 2, it's the only book I've seen in the real estate world that focuses on a little bit on the old school and a little bit on the new school, meshes them together and focuses on attracting business rather than having to chase it. So it's called Real Estate Prospecting, specifically because I take relationships and I show you how to continually attract all of the people that like you already, and go to social, go to online. All of the old ways that you were doing it, guess what? They still work. You just have to tweak it. I give a lot in this book. Real Estate Prospecting. Pick it up. Also on Audible. All right. Now, book number 3. I don't have it with me. I couldn't find it anywhere, which got me a little bit sad because I know I indexed that book like crazy. I do have the Audible on this one, and I do have the Kindle version, but it's ninja selling. And that book is consistently in the top when you look it up. When you look up any real estate book, like best real estate books to purchase, ninja selling continually is at the top. And there's a reason for it. I think it really outlines the real estate business and where to start. It gives you the groundwork and it says, hey, these are the first things you need to do, and this is how you start getting your business going. So I recommend that to everyone, and this is why I'm pairing these up for this specific year. Like if I were you, we are towards the beginning of the year, I would start itemizing and saying, got it, I got book 1 for this next month, got book 2 for the next month, ninja selling for the following month. I love ninja selling. It really creates a systematic success for habits for you. Read it, and it gets really specific on some things that you need to do. I refined our pre-listing questionnaire because of it. I'm like, oh, this is so good. I love it. So pick that one up. Book number 4 may be a surprise to you. but it's no surprise to all of my friends. He is a really good friend of mine, Barry Jenkins, Too Nice for Sales. It's a paperback. It doesn't seem to be that thick, but let me tell you, it packs a punch. This book is full of actual practices you can apply to your business. A lot of the times we've been sold the idea that we need to be aggressive and we need to push for the sale. This helps you take a step back and say, hey, no, you know what? We're all human. We just want to connect. In fact, we may have been approaching this business wrong from the very beginning if we were taught by the wrong person. So Too Nice for Sales means you can actually be yourself, be sincere, talk to people, meet them where they are, and bring them to you. Very authentic, very sincere in the approach, still has a lot of confidence to it. But listen, if you are one that focuses on being rejected, this one is for you. You need an approach to reach out to people the right way, where it feels good inside, where you don't feel slimy for being in sales. This is it. Amazing book. All right. Book number 5 ended up being one of my favorites. And you can tell here, I'm going to show you side note first. I literally, I have this one indexed everywhere. One of my favorite stories from this one, it is Sell It Like Serhant, right? Pick it up. Still very relevant. It came out a few years ago. I remember reading this and I'm like, man, that is it right there. He was trying to get a hold of somebody for years where he would just email this person. And they finally, years after, responded back. And he ended up flying out, I believe it was to Paris. And he ended up getting the deal out in New York. But the idea of the tenacity of what it takes sometimes to be a real estate agent, the reality of the things that we have to do, the stories that he tells here are really good because it really puts real estate, it puts the realness back into real estate. It's like, oh, this isn't easy. Got it. This is actually difficult. And that's how it's supposed to be. And you're supposed to be okay with it. You just finally get accustomed to it. Sell It Like Serhant. Very, very good book. Now, this one is the 6th one. I was sent this one right here by a friend of mine, Renee. Renee sent it over to me. She's out of Orlando. And she said, you've got to read it. And after I read it, I was like, wait a second, I'm going to download the Kindle because I need to highlight this, copy paste it, reuse it. And then I interviewed the main author here, which is Phil Jones. It's exactly what to say. Now, I've got the real estate version of this one. It's exactly what to say for real estate agents by Phil Jones, Chris Smith, and Jimmy Mackin. And I think the key to this for me was really giving you the exact things to say in different situations and giving you real world examples of real estate. It's like saying, hey guys, we need to be more real in the words that we're using, because the words that we're using actually either make us closer, connect us closer to these clients, or they push us away. And they're really important. So pick that one up. Now, I know I said I have 6, but there is one. As I was putting this list together, secret, you don't know what it is, but you can see the back. I found a 7th one. And I remember reading this one specifically. So this is the bonus. And it's a bonus because it's not going to apply to all of you. But when I decided to take luxury real estate seriously, and it was by accident, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll jump into it. It looks like this is actually meant for me. It's a whole different story. I picked up Selling Luxury Homes by Jack Cotton. Now, this is a little bit older, but I can tell you, when I finished this, I've got a few notes here, but I created this plan that I have. What year is this? Does it say what year I made this? No, I wish I left the year on it. But I created this little plan off of a piece of paper, and I'm like, you know what? I got this. I'm going to make this plan and then refine it. And I did. And I used it. Let me tell you, if you want to break into luxury, start here, please. It'll only cost you, what is this, $30 or less? Get the Audible, pick this up, and I want you to make an outline and say, these are the books that I'm going to pick up this year. These are the books out of these with the 7, right? The bonus. With the bonus at 7. Out of these, I'm going to make a plan and I'm going to reread some of these, highlight different sections. In fact, if I were you, I would read these and maybe not read all of them, but read chapters. Look at, for example, if you're going to look at mine and you're going to jump into it and you take a look, there's 3 parts to it, but there are 19 chapters. And I would take a look and I'd say, chapter 5, the hop method, it looks really good. I think I'm going to go into the hop method, which is how your brand meets your clients at home, online, and in person, right? I would definitely go that way. Or you'd go into, like I said, shift, and you'd be like, Tristan was right. I'm going to dig into section 2, and I'm going to go further on this and saying, let's focus on that. And then you're going to go to berries, and they're going to be like, actually, just read all the berries. It's very short. Just read the whole thing. Right? Great notes. But you get the idea. The point is, be more purposeful when you're reading these books. It's for your business. It's so you can actually grow in this business and do an amazing job. We took the time to write these to help you. Listen, writing books isn't going to make anybody, except for J.K. Rowling and Brandon Sanderson, but it's not going to make anybody wealthy. We didn't write these to become fabulously wealthy. We did it to give back. So pick up the books, read them, take notes, apply what you can as part of your strength, and let me know what you think. Now, if you've read any of these, I also want to know. Pick them up. I think we'll put the links in the description so you can pick them up on Amazon. But if I don't, you know where to find them. Amazon. Please subscribe. Send this to anybody you think might need this. Have an awesome day.